This video is to demonstrate how you can use the reciprocal function 1 over x, and through various transformations you can obtain any simple rational function. We're going to use a specific example that has a vertical stretch of 2, a horizontal compression of 3, and then a translation of 3 negative 2. Okay, so we'll start off by putting on the screen the reciprocal function, y equals 1 over x. There it is. And then we'll go through the transformations. So a vertical stretch of 2 would be y equals 2 over x. And you can see it's a little bit wider from the origin. You may want to zoom in on your screen while you're following along so that you can see this a little bit better. The default magnification probably doesn't show it very well. Then a horizontal compression, y equals 2 divided by 3x. Make sure you put the 3x in brackets, of course, so that it comes out properly in the function. And we have our new one. And then a translation of 3 negative 2. Since the 3 is a translation on the x, that's going to appear in the denominator with the x. And since the negative 2 is a translation on the y, that's going to be subtracted from the equation as a whole afterwards. And now we see that the whole thing has been moved 3 units to the right for the x and 2 units down for the y. Now that equation that I just entered doesn't look like the simple rational function equation of y equals ax plus b divided by cx plus b plus d rather. For that, we would need to combine into a single fraction, and then we would certainly get something that looks that way. Another part of this example is to check and see if this is a self-inverse function. To do that, all we have to do is put y equals x on the graph, on the plot, and then we can tell. Now, the first 3 renditions of the graph were, it looks like, but the last one after the translation, it certainly isn't. Now, you might be able to guess what happens to where the symmetry lies because of this translation. You should certainly be able to figure that out by looking at this graph. I'm not just going to tell you. You should also be able to figure out by looking at the transformation on the screen what happened to the vertical and horizontal asymptotes from the 1 over x to the final rendition of the graph after the translation. So you should also be able to figure out what the asymptotes are quite simply by referring to the first function, y equals 1 over x.